Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am about to have an awesome day, I think. So today we have a monster challenge. We're going to be taking on 80 ounces of steak. That was not a mistake. 80, 8-0. Now, right now, I have a bunch of steak in this tray covered in foil because I am trying to keep it warm. I think one of the hardest things that's going to happen in this challenge is that the steak is going to cool down, and as the fat solidifies, it's going to become really hard to eat. So we're doing that to help us a little bit. On the tray, we also have a side salad and 1 pound of potatoes. Now, normally when you see these big steak challenges, they come with a side salad and a baked potato. And so I'm kind of mimicking that idea. I think that we should get started because we have a lot of work to do. We have the iconic iPad from my son Zane. Thank you very much. This is where I stall. So I have to stall. Okay, we're done stalling. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. Now I think, because temperature is going to be an issue, where I would normally eat the sides first, I'm going to go ahead.
What's up, guys?
And start with the steak.
I don't know why, but I always eat my sides first in my normal meals.
Huge thank you to my wife. Once again, that salad is amazing.
So the salad and the potatoes are both prepared by my wife. The salad has a homemade honey Dijon dressing, and the potatoes have her go-to seasoning mix. So good.
So guys, on my tray right now, I actually only have 3 steaks.
Only 3 steaks. I love this.
Each steak, I think, is like 7 to 8 ounces raw.
7 to 8 ounces is the average on the steaks. You guys saw me weighing them out at the start of the video. I do like bigger and thicker pieces when I'm eating for pleasure. Alright, that was kind of weird.
Now I was trying to go for medium well on these steaks because they're not the highest quality of meat. And I feel like with higher quality meat, if you cook it less, it's like really hard to eat.
How do you guys like your steaks cooked?
This one's definitely more like medium because I think it was a thicker piece, slightly.
I know some people don't like seeing red. Let me know down below.
All right, we got some whole grain mustard coming out.
This mustard tasted really good, but it was a bit too thick.
Excuse the sound. We took out 2 that time. So if the weight average is correct, we've taken down just over 20 ounces, maybe close to 24. And the salad is gone.
I'm glad I ate the salad with the steak pieces. 2 birds, 1 fork.
Oh, now this is all ribeye, which I think is good and bad. It's more flavorful because it's slightly fattier, but it's bad because it's fattier. So all the negative things that come with that. As I'm eating some of these pieces with more fat, it's super heavy, super rich. I know that seems like a weird combo, but this is something I used to do when I lived on my own. Steak and sriracha.
I used to treat myself to a mound of steak once a week when I would be on my strict meal plans. However, I was pretty tight on cash and the quality of meat was not the best. I used to take them down with sriracha. This is a classic combo for me.
Guys, there's two challenging parts right now.
The chewing and the fat. Being ribeye, there is a lot of fat, and it's starting to solidify. So, yeah, gross.
All right, so that's 5 pieces down. I think that means we've had about 35 ounces.
I was still pretty comfortable at this point, but I knew I'd eaten more than this before. Comment down below and let me know the biggest steak you've ever eaten. And also your favorite cut of meat. Mine is definitely the ribeye.
I don't know if I'm getting the sweats from the temperature in the room or if the meat sweats have already started.
Probably both. I love eating steak, but the meat sweats is probably the worst part when eating a lot of it. And we are eating a lot.
My jaw is so tired.
Adam, aka Beard Meats Food, always says this whenever he's doing a steak challenge. And now I understand why. I thought my stomach feeling full would have been the first issue, but my jaw already feels like it's about to fall off.
I drank a little bit of soda to see if I can get some burp out. My mouth is so tired, even talking. Just my jaw hurts. It's so much work. But on top of that, I'm getting really full already, so it's not looking great. We're about halfway on the time, so I'm gonna keep chipping away and see what we can do. But by my calculations, I think we've eaten about 50 ounces. That still leaves 30 ounces to go. I don't know if this is possible, but I'm not about to quit right now. One thing I know for sure, I am taking a slight break here from eating. One thing I know for sure is growing up, whenever I saw those steak challenges and my dad would tell me that he wanted to take me to try one, and I was thinking in my head, oh man, I could do that so easy. I love steak. I could eat so much steak. And I think one of them in Texas, that's where we were living, was like 70 something ounces, and then another one was like 100 ounces. This is a reminder to myself to look those up so we know the exact details of those. All I'm gonna say is, I think I was wrong back then. I mean, I don't know if I could eat more now if I was eating more when I was younger. But it is a lot.
I didn't find anything that was 100 ounces, but the famous one in Amarillo is 72 ounces. So what I'm attempting is huge. 80 ounces, just in case you forgot. 80.
That video is probably reaching close to the end of its time. Maybe I should stop it myself.
Guys, look at my face. The enjoyment has definitely left the building. I was starting to feel my stomach fill up now, but my jaw feels broken.
So my strategy at the moment is to eat the kind of the base of the piece first, and then save this top. This top part's called the rib cap, and it's extremely soft, extremely tender. And even on a cheaper quality of meat like this, it's still really soft in comparison to the rest. On a high quality piece of meat, it's like butter. But at this point, everything feels challenging.
The rib cap is so tender, and this strategy was working well earlier, but now even this tender part of the steak felt like I was chewing rubber.
This one feels like it's gonna be tough to get down.
I'm saying that because when I poked it with my fork, it was starting to fight back.
Okay, so some things are happening here. Yeesh. In the beginning, that foil was actually doing a fantastic job of keeping the steaks that were up next nice and warm. So every time I would start a new batch, it was actually really nice, like easy to get down, easy to swallow. But as we kept going, what happened is that residual heat, you're probably gonna guess what I'm saying, continued to cook the steaks. So while they were medium to medium well, they are all verging on medium well to well done at this point. And not only that, whatever residual heat there was is gone. So they're actually coming out, I'm not gonna say cold, but cool. Just from the steaks, like juices and stuff coming out, this entire thing is covered in a thin layer of wax of dried fat. The problem with that is, as I'm cutting this next piece, it's like picking that up, and then I'm getting like this really disgusting, waxy fat in my mouth.
This was really gross and making me feel a bit sick.
My jaw is like already smoked, and now I'm trying to chew cold, pretty much well done steak.
Remember what I said? Chewing rubber.
Trust me, I see this. I know you guys are thinking it. And the thing is, these were delicious. They are delicious. But I'm just gonna keep slowly chipping away and see how much damage I can do. Not much at this point because we're moving at a super slow pace and we only have about 20 minutes left.
I saw the writing on the wall. I don't know what I could have done different to be in a better position at this stage. I'm always open to advice, so if you have any, shoot.
I mean, just for reference, those of you who maybe don't eat like insane animals, if you eat an 8-ounce steak, my wife typically eats 8-ounce steaks. This is the 9th one of that I'm eating, just under 8 ounces. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Trying to eat with your mouth closed at this point is also really hard. For whatever reason, like trying to be controlled and polite is just making my jaw even more tired. So I'm just like full on like.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. Manners left the table a while ago. By the way, did I mention my jaw? Okay, just checking.
I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh love, please don't let me be missed. Understood.
Alright, I don't know what that was. Let's move on.
I don't know if there's any benefit in picking and choosing at this point which piece I grab. Oh, that one's kind of warm still, which is a little nice.
It was nice. I was ready for a waxy cold bite of steak, but instead got something warm and pleasant. I guess the challenge felt bad for me.
Typically when I'm doing these, I don't really have like long moments of just sitting and trying to think while I try to chew. A scary thought just came to mind. I wonder what using the bathroom is going to be like tomorrow. Probably not good.
Oh, bathroom talk. Bottom of the barrel now. Jaw, stomach, both feeling it now.
We got 8 minutes left. I just want to see if I can finish this piece.
Yeah, I needed to give myself something to accomplish because obviously we're not making it to the end.
Okay. Again, I hate doing this, but I think if I'm going to have a chance at trying to get as much of this down as possible, I really think I need to separate that fat and gristle.
I feel proud that I ate all of those things until now. It honestly was getting just too gross. The downside of choosing ribeye.
Alright. I think that's the last time I gotta do that.
It felt kind of nice to stand up. Setting up the leftover meat on the side of the tray now. I'm just gonna run the time out eating these delicious potatoes. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.
Those potatoes are really delicious. I gotta remember to tell my wife. Three, two, one, time. What a sad, sad day. Well, another week and another failed challenge. Now this one, guys, hurts a little bit more than the other ones. I firmly thought and like truly believed as a kid growing up, teenager, that if I was to go attempt, that I would succeed. I think because of that, this hurts a little bit more than the other losses. I'm new at this. I don't have a competitive eating background. I'm just a guy who really loves food and loves eating. And I'm trying to learn to do something new. And so, you know, I want to tell myself that like I'm in my rookie season. I'm probably going to have the most losses. But hopefully I'm learning and improving as I go. But what I want to do to try and build myself up and just see how close I got, I'm going to weigh what's left so I can see how close I really got. So I'll be right back. That should be able to see it. You guys just trust me. Let's check out the meat first. So we have one steak full. That's about 5 ounces. So again, my estimation was that they were all 7 to 8 ounces when they were measured raw. So if we assume, so you have 7.5 ounces. Let me see how I can do the math super fast in my head. 7.5, then 7.5. Okay, so we assume that there was a 33% reduction because it went from like 7.5 to 5 ounces, that full steak. So if it's 33% reduction, I had 7.4 ounces left over right here. So basically we're talking like 10.5 ounces short. Or 10 ounces short, right? Yeah, something like that. I'll double check my math when I'm upstairs. So I was about 10.5 ounces short. I think we were 82 ounces or 81.9 ounces when we weighed. So if we go minus 10.5, that's going to be like, let's just call it 71, 71 ounces. Let's be harsh. We'll call it 70 ounces. So I managed to eat 70 ounces of steak, and we might as well just measure up the potatoes because I know how much potatoes I had too. Okay, so we have about 6 ounces of potatoes, which means I ate 10 ounces. I had 1 pound. 1 pound is 16 ounces. So I had 1 pound of potatoes, so I ate 10 ounces out of 16. Well, you guys saw the video at the beginning, and that's basically what's left. And then that junk, which I'm not going to leave. But my son can eat this steak tomorrow. I'll have to cut out like the fat and the gristly stuff, but he actually is a huge meat eater. He loves it. I'm going to go feel sorry for myself, and hopefully you guys feel sorry for me too, enough that you show up again next week for my next challenge. I hope you guys have an amazing night, and I'll see you then.